What's going on, guys? So one I've been wanting to get my hands on and spend time with because it's been heralded as one of the best Creed Aventus clones out there for many years now. And I finally secured a bottle. I've spent enough time with it to where I'm ready to really talk to you about my thoughts on it, what I get from it, how it changes, how similar it is to Creed Aventus performance, and such. We're talking about Afnan Supremacy Silver. So stay tuned. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now moving into scent. So this is unmistakable. It definitely smells like Creed Aventus. Whereas the difference here is, traditionally birch, frankincense, olibanum, gaiac wood, smoke accord, all these different smoky, incensey type of notes usually pop pretty strong on my skin. And while I do smell the smokiness of the birch, this isn't an extremely smoky fragrance on my skin. Not on the level of certain batches of Creed Aventus or Club de Nuit Intense Man, for example. That's much, much smokier than this. What I do love about this scent profile, though, is it's a heavy dose of this crisp, fresh apple and pineapple with a touch of bergamot. It's very fruity fresh, clean musky. I do get a little bit of the rose as it starts to settle, and the ambergris musk combination keeps it pretty clean. The quality is actually pretty damn good here too. I have to say, this is my second Afnan fragrance now, the first one being 9 p.m., and I've been very impressed by this house so far. And I gotta say, for the $28 I believe I paid for this, most places you can find it $30 or less. This is one of the best smelling quality Creed Aventus style and inspired by and or clone fragrances I have smelled. This is definitely top tier when it comes to Creed Aventus clones. This smells like a more fruity, musky batch of Creed Aventus. Not a pineapple bomb like some would hope for, and not necessarily a smoky bomb, a birch bomb, like some may hope for. You get the black currant, you get a little bit of that tart fruitiness to it, but it's not overdone. I believe all the fruits and citruses are pretty well balanced with one another, with the apple kind of standing out to me more so. If I had to rank them, I would say it's apple, pineapple, black currant, then bergamot. Kind of the way it comes across to my nose off of my skin. Even on the paper, it's kind of the same thing. But the skin really tells the story a lot better than a test strip. And like I said, it gets very musky, very clean musky, and I do get a little bit of a kind of a dusty type of rose. It's not really jammy, it's not super fresh rose, but I get this musky accord with the light birch the whole way through. I get light birch at the top. Admittedly, as it starts to settle and some of the citruses and fruits start to calm down, the birch does come out more. It does get a little bit smokier than it is in the opening, but it never becomes a very smoky fragrance. Like I said, for the most part, the notes are very well balanced here, and matched with the quality versus the price point, this is some really good stuff. You could do a whole lot worse with the hundreds upon hundreds of other Creed Aventus clones out there. Let's talk about performance. So even though this falls directly into the sweet spot for me, I was kind of surprised. I was anticipating more of a beast. The longevity here was 6 to 8 hours, which, like I said, is actually the sweet spot for me. That's where I like most of my fragrances to work. And the way the balance of the scent profile is, since this is a slightly fresher, fruitier take, that actually works in its favor. Whereas I would expect a more smoky version or more of a leathery, oak mossy type of smell, one of those versions of the Creed Aventus scent profile, to be more beastly than this. Whereas this offers itself with the longevity and the projection, which is never too loud. I sprayed moderately, I sprayed slightly heavy. I did 5 sprays, I did 10 sprays. I tried a variety of spray, amounts of sprays is the term I was looking for, to really see what kind of scent bubble I would work with early on with the projection. And while it's very pronounced, it does stand out. I did receive one compliment in the few wearings that I've done with this, outside of my wife. As far as strangers, I did get one compliment. It's the right type of projection for this scent profile. Like I said, if it was smokier or heavy leathery type of smell, or more of an oak moss sheep or heavy type of dry down, I would anticipate it to be a little bit louder and a little bit longer lasting, but this works out. I would consider it right in that moderate average arm's reach type of stuff as far as the projection. Like, reach out, and as far as you can reach is about how far it's really pushing, roughly. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. And like I said, 6, 7, 8 hours is right in the sweet spot for me. At that point, I'm most likely in the 8, 9, maybe 10 hour range, going to be taking a shower at that point and going to be spraying something else once I get out the shower. So that works out perfect for me. The sillage is more on that moderate to mild side. It's nothing heavy. It's not a really strong trail, because after the projection calms down, after about 2 hours of that, arm's reach type of projection, it's going to be a mild to, slightly above mild. That's why I say moderate to mild type of sillage and trail. Your bubble is going to be a bit closer to the skin, don't get me wrong. But for what you're going to pay, it actually performs very well. And again, I want to touch on that quality. I really think the quality of the oils here is far exceeds its price point. So like I said before, you could do a lot worse as far as scent and performance. When it comes to the Creed Aventus scent profile, you could do so much worse. This definitely goes up into that higher tier of Creed Aventus clones, especially in performance. Final thoughts on this one. I think it's one of the best options out there. Yes, I do plan on getting, I actually already ordered it. I'm just waiting on it to get here. Supremacy Not Only Intense. I've heard wonderful things about it. Actually, it's right there, right past the game over sign off camera. I just got in Club de Nuit Intense Man limited edition Parfum. I've already sprayed that. I can just tell you now, it's so good compared to the original Eau de Toilette Club de Nuit Intense Man. I'm really working through some of these more popular Creed Aventus clones that I've been needing to get my nose on for a long time, and some of these deserve all the hype, and this is one that deserves all the hype. In my opinion, this is every bit of a 7.5 out of 10 fragrance. This is a very good fragrance. Just as a standalone, as a Creed Aventus clone, it would rate even higher if I was just rating. As a Creed Aventus clone, it's every bit of like an 8.5 out of 10. It's, 90% or better in accuracy as far as fruity musky batches are concerned. There's a nice balance. The quality's there. It's not too in your face. It's not a chemically synthetic smell. There's no harshness to it. Everything's very smooth. That's why I say 7.5 out of 10. This is a very good fragrance. I'm so glad I got it. I'm very late to the party, don't get me wrong, but it's really good stuff. That's my thoughts and feelings on Afnan Supremacy Silver. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have this, and what do you think about it? Have you tried it? Do you like it, love it, hate it? By all means, I'm curious to see all the differing opinions, because I definitely borderline love this fragrance. It's really good. I've really been enjoying my wearings with this one for sure. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Supremacy Silver from Afnan and you give it a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.